Greetings, this is Mrs. Lancaster, and today we're going to look at Chapter 2 and some of the functions that you're going to need to complete your exercise. This exercise is a jewelry store selling class rings, and it will come in handy for you later when you buy your class ring, so be sure and save it. We are going to need to look for the cost. You can see what we have here. We've got the name, then we have the ring type, but we don't have cost. We have whether or not it's going to be personalized. We need the total. We have the years of the loan, and then we need the monthly payment. So notice down here we have our personalization surcharge and we have our interest rate. We also have a table array of ring type and cost. Let me highlight that for you. Ring type and cost. Now, VLOOKUP calls for a table array. Why are we using that? Well, we don't have cost, but we do have ring type. And if you'll notice, we've got ring type here and the corresponding cost. So there's not very many records here. Why wouldn't we just type in cost? Well, they can be millions of cells in an Excel spreadsheet and hundreds of tabs. So we need to be able to look up our costs so we don't have to type in that data. So, you know, if a salesman at A&M Commerce may sell 500 rings, and he certainly wouldn't want, or she wouldn't want to type in that cost every time. So we can use a lookup function. This one is vertical or VLOOKUP because our data is in a column. So look at the VLOOKUP function, and the best way for you to learn these functions is by Insert Function button. Select VLOOKUP, and you'll notice it explains to you exactly what this function is going to do. And it also tells you what the lookup value is going to be, what the table array is, what the column index number is, and what the range lookup is. So the lookup value is going to be the ring type because that's what we have in our table array corresponding to our cost. So that's going to be cell B5. Now in Chapter 1, you learned about absolute and relative cell addresses. When we copy this function down the column, we do not want column B to change because our ring type is going to remain in column B. So we want it to be absolute. But we do want our row to change relative to the new location, so we leave it as it is. Then we have our table array. As I said, it's going to be cells A16 to B19. That is our table array where we'll find our data. And it needs to be absolute cell addresses again for the same reason. Then if you'll notice, we have two columns and we need cost. So the column index number is going to be 2. And the range lookup is going to be false because we want an exact match. And there you have it. It brings the cost up for the silver ring. That's VLOOKUP. Don't let it confuse you. Walk through it very slowly so that you understand. All of these functions are going to be used for the rest of the class. Now, we need our total. If it's personalized, then there's a surcharge of 5%. So we're going to use an if statement. Our logical test is if the cell D5 is yes. If it is yes, then we need to calculate C5 by cell B21, again, paying attention to your absolute cell addresses, and then add it back to the cost. If it's not, otherwise, if it's false, then we just need to return the cost alone. Now, monthly payment, an important function for you. And I'm going to give you some hints. First of all, the rate is the interest rate, and it is found in cell B22, absolute cell address. Then NPR is number of periods. Well, we have years, but we need monthly. So multiply that by 12. And then the present value is the amount of the loan, and you want it to be a negative value because the payment function returns a negative value, and we want it to be positive. So those are the functions you'll need for Chapter 2. Not all of them. There's a couple more things you need to add, so follow the directions. If you still have questions, you are more than welcome to post them in the Q&A forum that I check multiple times during the day. It's located in G2L. And if we have major problems and you need to contact me, certainly email me and we'll do a one-on-one session. Thank you. I hope you have a great day.